Anyways, before I do that, let me take a sip of coffee of that. And I'm back.
Chance Mack, you made this.
Welcome everyone again to another new episode of the Hustle Factory Podcast Show, guys. My name is John Limdimas, and I am the host of this podcast show, entrepreneur, fitness enthusiast, and also I'm a huge gamer as well. I love playing Call of Duty and so on. So I was just wondering, guys. I was just wondering, how are you guys doing today so far? Like, how are you guys doing today in this type of weather that we're having in Florida? Apparently we're having a cloudy weather for some reason. Typical Florida weather, whatever. And before I get started, you may have noticed it right now. My how do I say this? The audio quality is gonna be a little bit much better now because guess what? Look at this thing. I got a new mic. I just got a new microphone upgrade to the Shure SM48. So if you guys didn't notice it on the video here, it looks very sick. It's way better than a condenser microphone that I'm using. Which, by the way, don't use a condenser microphone if you're a podcaster because it sucks. And here you go, guys. New microphone right here. SM48. Looks freaking sweet. And it's very sexy as well. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, and huge shout out for Sweetwater for delivering this microphone to me on time before Christmas. I was surprised as hell that I got this before Christmas, and I'm really surprised. So, anyways, I know this year, 2020 isn't exactly what would you call the greatest time of the year everybody has. I know we had some shitty ones. We got the COVID, people dying. My boy Kobe died. Lot of shit happened during 2020, and it's been a one hell of a ride. And that is exactly what we're talking about in today's episode. So today's episode, I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, but I just don't know what to say. But finally, it started popping in my head now, and guess what? So today, I really want to go ahead and quickly, or should I say, briefly summarize what did I learn as an aspiring entrepreneur during this pandemic that we're dealing right now. During the COVID-19. What did I learn as an aspiring entrepreneur? What is it that struck my head and so on? And then if you guys seen a quick intro about that, just a quick shout out for Chance Mack for able to let me use his some of his songs on my intro and then outro in this podcast along the line. And he's also a great entrepreneur as well. He also got his music popping in on Spotify, so make sure to give him a follow. He got some great tracks, and if you want to do some collabs with him, hit him up on Twitter at Chance Mac. Oh, and also just a quick random shout out to one of the content creators that I always connect with. We're supposed to have an interview episode somewhere this month, but I gotta for some reason I gotta deal with a how do I say this some technical difficulties, but it's okay. I will get her to the show eventually, hopefully. So quick shout out for Joe's out there, little Leonessa. So make sure give her a follow on Twitter as well. And before that, guys, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that there's only 69.5, 60, I mean 69.5% of you guys that are currently unsubscribed to this channel, and then also, and in return, there's only 30.5% of you guys that are currently subscribed to this channel, which is wow. I'm amazed because in the last episode that I recorded, it wasn't this stats. It was kind of pretty bad. So it sounds to me that my channel starts to grow in a good pace now, and I'm not in a hurry, and I'm really happy about it. And other than that, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel so that way you don't miss any, or should I say, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell icon so that way you don't get to miss any new episodes that I upload monthly. I try to upload a monthly episode per se, but sometimes I'm not gonna be upload because of this silly technical difficulties that I'm dealing with. So, to get this episode started, I just want to ask you guys, how's your 2020 experience so far? I mean, I know everyone's gonna say this, like everyone's gonna say, "Oh, 2020 is the worst." Like, holy shit, it's the worst ever. Oh my gosh, 2020 is the doomsday. Okay, I get it. I get it. Everybody has a different experiences and all that. But then again, try not to look at it in a different, or should I say, try not to look at it in a negative way. I know 2020 is it's not the greatest time of the year right now, but then again, that doesn't mean there isn't some good things about it, and that's exactly what I want to touch on as well on this episode as well. Oh, and guess what as well? I don't. If you guys been keeping up with me lately since 2015 on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever, you know very well that I was part of this company a few years ago in 2015. It's called Carabars International, and apparently I got inactive on it and so on. And then guess what? I'm back on it again, and I'm glad that one of my mentors, Taylor Ricci, and also his dad, Brian Conley, got me back on feet again, and I'm getting the grind on it and getting back on it, and I'm really thankful for that. So make sure you gotta get yourself some mentors like them because they push yourself, and then also David Clark as well. So basically the main gist of this episode, guys, is I want to talk about what I've learned as an entrepreneur during this pandemic, COVID-19. So, and I know some of you guys will agree or disagree. That is perfectly fine, guys. Because I can't please everyone. Anyways, the first thing that I've learned as an aspiring entrepreneur during this pandemic is it just me, or the level, or should I say the amount of the level of excuses during this pandemic have increased dramatically. Like it's just skyrocketed. Like different excuses why you can't do shit. For example, and I know a COVID-19 pandemic is a legitimate excuse, but at the same time, you start seeing different excuses that doesn't make any sense. I'm saying, oh, I can't do this because of the COVID. I can't do this because I'm dead. I can't do this. I can't do that. There's so many excuses out there, guys. So all I'm saying is, for some reason, the level of excuses by average people out there, and I'm not saying, and I'm not talking shit and all that. I'm just saying that why is it skyrocketed so much? I'm not really sure, but that's just what I noticed, lately. And then the next thing that I want to talk about is I want to go ahead and quote. I want to go ahead and say a quote by John Adams. Is Here's how it's said: "For every problem is an opportunity in disguise," and that is quoted by John Adams. So now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this quote by John Adams. If you do, please go ahead and comment down below and tell me what do you know about this quote. Well, here's another thing that I learned about as an entrepreneur during this pandemic. So for every problem out there, many people out there, if there's always a problem, that's it. It's just a problem. That's it. There's no solution. Well, that's a lie. Every problem has a solution, ladies and gentlemen. So the point being is, if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're someone like me who has a entrepreneurial minded, for every problem that there is, there's also an opportunity. There's also an opportunity as well to solve it, or to use it to take advantage of it as a to rise up to the next level. That's all there is to it. And this is not just some Asian. This is not some Asian proverb shit that only say it. This is legitimately true. Just remember, guys. Just because we got this pandemic, that doesn't mean there's no solution. There is a solution, and that's what I'm gonna be touching up for the next few minutes as well. Because for example, right now the biggest problem right now during the pandemic is there are some states that's still on lockdown, Michigan, and I think New York as well. I'm not 100% sure. That doesn't mean you can't do nothing. Well, to a certain extent, you're right, but you gotta understand that's where some good things start to happen. Some people start becoming content creators. Some people start becoming YouTubers. Sometimes they start doing their own online business. And did I forget to mention Carabars International as well? So if you're an affiliate, please comment down below and let's connect. And then honestly, the third thing that I've learned during this pandemic is that I think we should be more thankful and have more gratitude in this, even though we're in a very serious pandemic and all that. Just be grateful what you have, no matter how little or big it is. Be always have that kind of gratitude, and be always thankful that you're still alive. And I do feel bad for all the people out there, not in a bad way. My condolences for all the people out there who passed away because of COVID and all that, and I do really apologize about that. But then again, like I said, you gotta understand. Just be thankful and have this massive gratitude as much as possible, no matter how small, big it is. And then, oh my gosh, I told you guys we're gonna be almost done with this episode. I've been recording this for only 10 minutes, and if you guys notice, I don't have like a pop filter right now on my microphone. I know you guys gonna hear that pop sound. I do apologize about that, but I promise you, next year we're gonna get better gear and all that. So, next thing I want to touch on is I feel like during this year, I feel like this is the perfect time for you to pursue to become a content creator or an influencer, whatever you want to do. You can be a YouTuber, you can be a Twitch streamer, blogger, start your own online business, whatever. That's just it. Because everything's online and everything's shut down anyway, so you might want to take advantage of that now. You might want to take advantage of everything's going on online. Everything is online. You're posting content through online. So pretty much, the most dominant, or should I say, the most dominant market right now is online marketing, or should I say, social media presence and so on. That's it. So if you ever want to do that, I think you might want to go ahead and go for it now before it's too late. Not necessarily it's really, really too late. I'm just saying, if you pursue it, if you ever want to do that, then go ahead. No one's stopping you, aside from yourself, that is. And then the last thing I really want to talk about, this is probably one of the most important things that I've learned as an entrepreneur since 2015, or even when I was a kid still at the Philippines, and that is, and you guys should be familiar with this, YOLO. YOLO, guys. YOLO, ladies and gentlemen. You only live once. The point is, we all have one lives, okay? So make it count, And we're not going to live forever. And because what I'm saying is, and what's the point of living 100 years or 200 years or even 900, for God's sakes, What's the point of living for a long time when you've never done anything that you really want to do? I mean, do you really want to live for the rest of your life with regrets? I sure don't, I mean, for example, like I said before, if you wanna become a content creator, or you wanna pursue something that you really, really want to do and you're passionate about, go for it. No one's stopping you. The only one who's stopping you really is either the opinions of others or your own insecurity about it. So the point is, I don't want you guys to have regrets at the end of the day. And I know, like I said, even though we're still in pandemic, there's still that big opportunity that you guys are missing out. That's all. And I know, and I know I'm sounding kind of like I'm being unrealistic and all that. That's fine. Because like I said, this podcast is meant for me to say my rants, my entrepreneurial rant, and also I want to try to motivate and inspire people out there. And that's like one of my biggest goals right now for next year as well. I want to start reaching out different people out there, and I know there are just some people out there that just needs a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of wisdom from some random stranger like me. But I'm not that total stranger. My name is John Limdimas. But yeah, we're practically almost done with this episode, guys. So, to be honest with you guys, I don't even know how to wrap up this episode. I did not thought this very well. No, I did not. Oh man, I gotta start working on that. But basically, I just gotta say one thing and one thing only, is that just don't let this whole pandemic thing ruin your chances of happiness or whatever you want to do. What I mean by that is, if you want to do something during the pandemic, you want to start your own business, whatever it is. You want to get on network marketing, go for it. That's even better. You want to start selling stuff, go ahead. You can practically start your own website for free on different platforms and all that. You want to start drop shipping? Go ahead. Be a content creator? Go right ahead, guys. No one's stopping you. And that's basically all I gotta say. And that's basically how I want to wrap up the last episode of this podcast for this year at least. But if I do end up dropping another one, I will go ahead and let you guys know. So yes, that's what I really think about during this whole pandemic on 2020, and that's how I'm gonna be closing it up. And basically, make sure you guys are connecting with me on social medias, on through my podcast, and also on my personal branding websites as well. You can connect with us on Twitter, Instagram, and I'm trying to go back live now on Instagram as well. And I think I need to start working on my Facebook as well. So all my social media networks gonna be on the description below. You can check them out quickly. And then also just another shout out for Chance Mack for letting me use his song for this intro and outro of this podcast as well. And then lastly, whatever podcasting platforms you're listening to, the Hustle Factory Podcast Show is available to all those platforms. So whatever you're into, you can check them out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google. Oh, and did I forget to mention we're now in Amazon Music as well? So make sure you check them out in the links below. And don't forget that we're also on YouTube as well if you prefer to see me rambling about different things in life. And you know what, guys? Other than that, I really appreciate for your time for ever watching this episode or subscribing to this channel. And other than that, thank you very much, guys, and have a very nice day. And I will see you guys next year, 2021. Let's do this shit.